Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So in this video, I wanted to talk about masculine energy. And a lot of the videos I've seen have been more so in a relationship aspect, and I understand the polarity aspect, but I wanted to more so talk about it within oneself. So just have that inner harmony within oneself of when should I be being and when should I be doing. Because for me, I noticed that I didn't feel like in the most balanced version of myself until I learned to balance my feminine and my masculine energy, because I used to tend to over abuse one of them. I would either be way too much in my feminine energy, way too much in my inner world, or way too much in my masculine energy, too consumed with the physical world, because feminine energy is more about the internal world, the healing, the inner work. Masculine energy is about action and taking action in the real world, and they're both have their place, but I think when we have a balance between the two, that's when we feel our best self. So in this video, I wanted to talk about masculine energy. The first way is taking decisive action, and I want to say decisive. For myself, I think when I'm too much in my feminine energy, I'm so all over the place. Like, I love it because I have this inner curiosity to acquire so much knowledge, so I'll be all over the place. I'll be doing meditation. I'll be learning about 20 different things all at once, and I love that aspect about myself, but I've noticed that it's hard to really harness that masculine power of progression when you have like 20 different things you're focused on. But when you're focusing on one thing at a time and watching yourself over time get better and better, it's just so amazing. Because what I would notice is with my friends, like my brother, for example, he would stick with one thing, and like when he's working out, like over time he would get so much stronger. But I would do yoga, powerlifting, running, and it's like I would get good, but I wouldn't get extremely good in the level of mastery because I had 4 different directions I was going into. So for me, tapping into my masculine energy is all about focusing on one thing at a time and being very present while I'm doing it and honing onto it. The second way is actually setting boundaries. And this one for myself was very, very hard because I think I actually have a lot of light feminine energy, and I would really struggle to set boundaries. And if you're kind of relating with me, an easier way to set boundaries is set boundaries with yourself first. That's how I actually learned to feel comfortable setting boundaries. So when I stopped like basically neglecting my own boundaries, it became very easy to set boundaries with other people. So I first started with, I am not going to use my phone after 7 p.m. That's my time to connect with myself. Or I'm not going to work on this day, and I have to honor those boundaries. And when I started to honor my own boundaries, it's easier to do that with other people. The third way is actually taking risks and getting out of your comfort zone. And so a lot of my masculine energy interpretation is watching the men in my family. And I would notice that my brother is like, he would always be getting outside of his comfort zone. He'd be doing martial arts. He'd be taking risks in like his business and stuff. And like, I've always been someone who's just always wants to stay comfortable and stay the same. So I'm this year going to challenge myself to kind of harness this power of my masculine energy and do more risks, because life is way too short to always stay in your comfort zone. And I think the one thing that is guaranteed in our life is that we're going to die. So I don't know why we spend life feeling like, oh, that's too safe, or that's too risky. Like, is kind of risky to think that I'm gonna like live another day, yet we still think that. Like, I don't know, personally, that's just my take, and that is my take on masculine energy.